because you've been in the sea, right?
Okay, I think it's...
Oh my goodness, you look great!
Okay, so anyway, hi, we're LDG. I'm Brooks.
I'm Kitty, and his hair is great.
Yes, it is, and I am Lizzy.
Okay, I'm sorry I don't want it to be all up in my face. We are doing a Fresh Thoughts today on Old Salt. Very cool ocean-themed ship battle royale kind of situation. What do you guys think?
Oh, sorry, Kitty, I'll let you go.
Oh, I was just going to say I'm obsessed with it, but I want to hear you because it's your first time playing it.
Battling conversations, just like the battle.
Exactly. Well, I really enjoyed it. It was very interesting at the beginning of you only get to buy ships at the very beginning. That's it. You get one chance, one shot. You have money to spend. How are you going to spend it? And then that impacts the entire game. I love that.
It's kind of like a deck builder, dice builder, that dice bag builder, but it's like a ship builder. You're building your fleet.
And it's so tense when you're off buying. It's like the most tense shopping trip I've ever had. I'm like, oh God, I want all of them, and I only have $17.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of money to spend in the beginning, but there's a varied array of types of ships. Some that kind of self-destruct and blow up other ships. Some with range, like marksmen, tough Leviathan ships that have a lot more health than other ones. Really cool different styles to pick from, and whichever ones you choose. Like, for instance, you could have an entire army full of cheap ships, like the Grunts, and have a lot more ships than other people, or you could have specialized. There's a lot of different ways that you could take this on.
Yeah, I really liked the Zealots because they get a free shot at the beginning.
So cool.
And it makes it awesome.
So one of the best parts, for me anyway, is the alliances that you can make or break.
Or want to break and not be able to.
Exactly, because I'm a bit of a sociopath, it's kind of my favorite part to... I'm not going to use the word manipulate, but I'm going to...
I'll use it!
Yeah, you totally manipulate people. You do. You get your way.
Exactly. And
by just subtly pointing out things I don't want you guys to miss. Like,
or
Kitty.
subtly kind of, acting like you're going to get into an alliance, acting like you're going to attack somebody else, Lizzy in this case, acting like, I should really go hard after Lizzy.
I was completely transparent when I told you that I may be in an alliance with you after I see what you do for your turn. That was the complete truth. I didn't go back on my word. You just may. I just decided not to make an alliance with you.
Yeah, and then I had made an alliance with Brooksby, and I feel like I should have broken it on that last turn to go in there, steal one of his islands. Because he won, and I was like, I kept telling Kitty, if you keep attacking me, Brooksy's going to win. You need to be attacking Brooksy. You need to go focus on him for a bit.
But you can't say that I didn't honor our alliance, because I was blowing her up in the beginning.
That is kind of true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you stopped attacking Kitty, and I was the only one doing it. So Kitty and I were over here battling each other out where you were scooping up islands.
I just waited until the battle got a little too heated on your guys' side of the board, and then I was like, I think it's busy enough over there. I'll just scoop up some islands on this side.
Yeah, because Kitty sent everything over to the fight.
That's what I mean. I made the fatal move of using... I was the Eternals, which the factions are also really cool, which we could probably talk about in a bit. But, I used the Eternals' little teleportation zoom top power, and then I left you with, an open island, and it was really? Oh, no.
I think it's really cool also that there's a lot of variety in the rulebook. It lets you kind of pick and choose which rules you want to ascribe to each game that you do. And like you just said, there are different factions with different powers. I think they're integral to gameplay, so I would never not play with the powers. But I know Tim, the designer, has done a lot of work on balancing them and making sure that they feel equal and really individual to the types of characters they are. I was kind of the really aggressive barbarians who have a last stand power, They can knock back other enemies or pull them forward. Liz, you...
I was the Forgotten. I was able to, when attacked, I was able to whip away, so that way it was really hard to take damage.
Exactly. You were
really
able to
cool.
kind of flee when you needed to, which was really nice, and spew garbage into the ocean, just litter, to make sure that...
Well, I was cleaning up my ship. What was I supposed to do? Keep it in a corner?
I mean, yeah, who would do that instead of litter?
Exactly.
And then you, when one of your ships got destroyed, it created
They
a
transcended. And yeah, I couldn't fight, but it could still move around and cause some trouble. And the other thing I really like about the characters is how kind of like, you know, when we talked to Tim, he mentioned D&D being sort of the inspiration for it.
Exactly.
And it very much feels like they're all of the different archetypes that you already know and love if you're into, say, old RPGs or literally anything fantasy.
Yeah.
So that's really fun.
Yeah, you can tell it was heavily influenced. And the character work is really cool. I know that the artwork we have on our review copy is possibly temporary. They might have options or, you know, so it could have varying diversity. So I'm not sure what all is going to be added once the Kickstarter goes live, but we really loved the character work and the different powers they had.
Yeah, it all seemed very integral to the gameplay. I would not want to play without the characters either. I feel like it's a small addition, and it exponentially increased the enjoyment.
Yeah, exactly. And the board actually itself is stunning.
It is. It's
but
so pretty.
It looks like an old map. It's beautiful. But B, it also has its own kind of little mechanic with the Tradewinds, which affect movement and stuff like that, which makes gameplay really cool and unique too.
Yeah,
Sure.
and then the Tradewind tokens, like he has stickers that are on one side that it shows which Tradewind will be active, so that way if you are colorblind, it shows you with the different designs that are on there.
And I know I'm thankful for that because, especially the green and blue, I couldn't tell the Tradewinds apart if it hadn't been based on color, if it hadn't been for that iconography on those tokens.
Yeah, and remote play, I couldn't see the difference through the camera.
Yeah, I mean, the artwork and the colors are beautiful in person on the board, but it's just, it makes it a little easier just for everyone when you have that nice iconography on the tokens. And the components are really nice. The ones we have for the ships are temporary in a manner of speaking. He's going to have masts. So what you do is when you take your turns, you move all of your ships on your turn. You kind of, it's a free-for-all. And then the next person moves all their ships. And then what he's planning on doing is having a mast on each ship that you can actually flip the sail so that you have a used side and a not used side, which will be really cool and interesting, I think, to show who's taken what turn. So
Plus, it'll be really satisfying, I think, to just fiddle with it and play with that.
Yeah, for sure.
And I would hope that there would be a dial for health. Because that was probably the hardest point, was we had a bunch of dice with the health for each of the ships left, and they were just a little bit busy with that.
Yeah, I agree. As it stands right now, and I don't know how that's going to change, it's like a token system for damage that you stack under the ships. I think it would be much easier, like you said, to have a dial. We just took a dice and set it on the back of the ship to signify how much damage.
Which it fit perfect on there, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it did look like it fit. It's just, it was a lot of busyness with all the ships and multiple dice, so you had to remember what the ship was that dice was on.
Yeah. But, you know, I'm actually so surprised, and I said this to Kitty. We actually played a game with the designer, Tim.
So much fun.
We actually played a game with him, our first game. So much fun. I was so shocked because I have never liked a war game like this. Just ask Liz trying to get me to like Hiroshima Hex, which I actually think I'm going to revisit now that this is kind of, it kindled the fire in me for it.
What was that?
I said I'll play Hiroshima Hex with you. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Christmas comes early. But I just think that it was streamlined and it didn't feel like it. Gameplay did not bog you down once you get how range works and individual ship powers, which back of the rule book has a nice comprehensive.
Super comprehensive and nice.
Yeah. You pick it up really fast. So I just think it's so easy. Gameplay's so sleek.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking of really quickly, wanting to play always with the characters, I totally agree. The only time I could see not is if you wanted to introduce it to maybe sort of non-gamers. It might be a really good way to just ease them into it, because then you wouldn't even have powers to worry about. And
True. And you could make a quick game of it. It can turn a game that, what was it, like an hour and a half for us, if that? Like an hour?
Probably.
You could make a quick, 25-minute opener game out of it, which is surprising for a war game, just by tweaking a lot of the variables that they have rules for tweaking in the book for. So
for sure,
I think that'd be cool. So yeah, overall, I was so shocked and so surprised. I think I'd give it honestly, like a 9 out of 10, and that's not something I ever thought I would give a battle game like that.
Yeah.
So,
I think Lizzy and I were both happily shocked by that.
Yeah, I'm. You just told me that you would play one of my favorite games of all time with me, so I'm kind of on cloud 9 right now.
don't let that affect your rating, though.
No, my rating for the game, as is with having to use dice for things and everything, is actually an 8.5. Mm-hmm. I really enjoy it. The gameplay is very smooth, like you said. It's very streamlined. It's a pure joy to play.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't know why I'm so obsessed with this game, but I am. So I would easily give it a 9.5, which I even gave it just playing it on TTS.
We never rate games high based off TTS.
No, I do not enjoy tabletop simulator type of games.
And if you can believe it, it transitioned to remote play so well, because obviously we only have the one review copy and we have it on our end this time.
Right.
Liz played it remotely with us, just being able to see the board and using our little directional hex tool, so that she could say, I'm moving out my 1 and facing towards my 2 or whatever, and we could quickly move the pieces around the board, and it worked perfectly, and there was no issue at all.
Yeah, and then we just we have the tokens, and we wrote A through K or whatever it was for each of the islands.
Name the islands, yeah. It might be kind of cool to have the islands named, almost.
Oh
yeah.
Like a little script with the name of the island on it or something.
Yeah, like that raccoon that was eating the acorn or whatever.
Which after you said that, I couldn't see anything else. So.
But yeah, I'm super excited for it to come to Kickstarter. It's kind of a small upstart for Tem. I hope it goes really, really well on Kickstarter, because I really think it's kind of going to be a hidden gem. I think it's going to be something that a lot of people don't see coming. So
yeah, exactly. It's a great game that when you first told me about it, I was just like, okay, I'll play it. And then we got involved about the second round, and I was going, when does this come on Kickstarter? It is an instant back.
I know. I'm so surprised. Yeah. I have to reiterate, I'm so surprised. Like, going into even playing it for the very first time with the designer, I even told Kitty how kind of reluctant I was. I was nervous because I generally just dislike war games. Mm-hmm. She was super excited because she loves them.
I do.
But I was so shocked after the first turn with him. Plus, he made it very comfortable. We're going to have a little sit-down chat with him here pretty soon, so I'm excited for that too.
Me too. I mean, he literally, you could tell he GM'd a lot, because he made it almost feel like an RPG in some ways for us, even though it's a war game. So much fun. So much fun.
A little bit jealous, but that's
I feel like
okay.
RPG highly endorses this. What do you guys think?
I agree.
Completely.
All right. Well, it is coming to Kickstarter early April. Don't have an exact date yet, but
TBD.
TBD. We'll update.
Check the comments below.
Exactly.
Thank you, guys. This has been our fresh thoughts on Old Pepper.
Salt's always better than pepper, right?
Oh my God, you salt everything too much. Okay, bye.
Okay, until next time. Have fun.
Oh yeah, be present. I forgot what
And be you. Thank you all for watching. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out to us. We would love to hear from you. Also, if you find value in our content, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let a family or friend member know that we exist. Help us spread our channel and bring remote gaming to a table near you. Thank you very much, and have a great day.